morning to you, Eddie. As you're doing well. It says my blessing. I do for more. Blessing, how are you?
I'm good, yourself.
I'm doing very well. You were here last night.
Oh yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, Juma Pao. Namisha Hati. Namisha no born home, but you're a big asset to our FM.
I won't mind you.
Oh, mind me. I'm good, mind me.
You know, I have nothing to say. I have nothing to say. Just 4 hours of sleep. I'm back here.
It's good. I mean, it's good to have you back. Anyway, it's time for the trends. What do we have for the day?
Yes, NY, as usual, we are starting off with our entertainment news, and we are starting with TV3 Ghana. We all know our veteran actress, Maame Dokono. Yeah, Maame Dokono has
Grace
said something.
Omabo.
Yes. Well, we all know her as Maame Dokono. I'm sure most of us don't even know her as Grace. So she had said something. I think people misquoted her. She was asked, you see, we have a park named after her, the Maame Dokono Park. And so she was asked if that is enough to honor her in terms of what she has done when it comes to the movie industry and all of that. And she said, oh, yeah, that's enough, but Anka, yeah, the stats you can. So she didn't even say, oh yeah, the stats you can. I mean, Black Rasta was asking, would it be okay? I mean, would she want a statue to be added, you know, in her memory? And she said, oh yeah, if they do it, it would be nice. But people were taking it as, oh, she's said we should, and people were like, oh, what has she done? Blah, blah, blah. Like, no, listen to the person. The person said, if
I'm sure those who are saying what has she done, Gen Z uncover.
Pacho, sure agent go be away.
They don't know Maame Dokono, so they will say
they've not written ages.
But I don't know why she would even want a statue.
She doesn't want. She said, "Say yeah, man."
And I make an Uncle Becca's because they say they all cry
Wait, do we know why he woke up to do that?
He's been arrested, so we are
arrested.
waiting for whatever the police will say as the outcome. I'm sure his lawyers, defense will say he's mentally unstable. That's one of the defense. So that would be one of the safest defense. But I know because I may be able to climb that thing I've done, go break them.
It feels like he was sleeping. Then so he woke up.
So like somebody sleepwalks.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So he just woke up and was like,
Anyway, that's the word of my
yes, moving on to our next entertainment
But I mean,
story.
it would be unfair for anybody to say that. Then
what has she done? I mean, I saw some comments. I feel like maybe the person doesn't know
nobody should
who
even
she is. Maybe the person doesn't know.
Yeah,
she doesn't know crap. But moving on to our next entertainment story. Yesterday till now, if your odor has been trending.
Is it now?
Yes. Because I think she's singing.
It's okay. It's okay.
You shouldn't say it, yeah.
Okay. No, but I mean, at times I don't get some of these things that they do. Like,
I feel like at this point, I feel
news for them as well.
At this point, I feel it's just trend because I don't see the relevance in
But that's what most of these podcasts are all about now. Genuine conversations and let people talk. Is that not what the podcasts are about now?
Because that's what the people will follow.
Okay,
if we are here and we are talking about Galamsey activities, they'll come and tell us that we are NDC because MPP is in power now.
Do you know?
Next year they'll come and tell us we are MPP.
See, that's why I don't want you to even talk about the review or the thing. Considering that we are also giving her the mileage she wanted by actually saying that on that podcast. If she says it and nobody writes a story out of it and nobody minds her, like you decide not to mind me this morning. Thanka, continue, baby. Go back in next time. Guys, we are live on Facebook. You can watch us live and see the ever beautiful Miss Blessing though. And this says you love your job past the money. On
God.
You started their passions.
On God.
They do it here.
On God. Our next entertainment story is on 3news.com, and Salma Mumin is saying that, she could be a prophetess. She could be.
That was her.
She could be.
What's preventing her?
You know, she was brought up in a religious Christian home because both her parents were pastors of a church, and so.
I mean, the fact that your parents were pastors doesn't mean.
Revelations in her.
Oh yeah.
She used to pray. She used to pray, and she was a prayer warrior. Not just pray, not just you and Yaro 2 minutes prayer.
Being a prayer warrior doesn't mean you can be.
Let me finish what she's saying. She prays and then she sees things, and I used to scare her.
When people smoke, they see things.
But she said she prays.
When people eat heavily before they go to bed,
but that's not praying.
Things. No, she said she see things.
She prays. No, she didn't say that. After I pray, I go and sleep and see something. She said, as I'm praying, then I see, like, environment. Yeah, so she sees it.
And what happened?
You know, we don't know. She didn't say Rabonita. I say, but you know, say, my friend is say, I said, oh, Selma, yeah. What you be? Yeah.
How you be?
Come to God.
Come to God.
Sugar.
Come to God and
no. That's like be a prophetess.
Oh, okay.
You know, my daughter. It's time you do the work for me. She'll do it. Why not? I mean,
God knows
she loves God
number,
like that. But I feel like sometimes, sometimes I realize that some of the celebrities, it gets to a point they're like, oh, I was brought up a Christian home. Oh, I'm a Christian. What are you trying to prove? No, if one
person trying to tell you that
do it. We don't care. But don't come and later try to prove to us. Nobody's judging anybody.
People have been judging them. So it makes them also want to prove to you that, listen, I was born in a Christian home. I was meant now and yet said I know what I'm doing.
Papa. Me and the Senye.
Bon, abrabo papa. Bon, abrabo papa. Na wenye sira. Mawagwa. Si uye. Achadiapa.
It's okay.
Let's wrap up.
Yeah, but yesterday, wrapping up with our final story, this on GH1, and yesterday you were talking about our parliamentarians being called honorable and all of that. Well,
honorable.
Well, Kennedy Agyapong is trending this morning because he has spoken about how sometimes MPs, they are not bold enough. They are not bold.
Why don't they have?
They are not bold enough. See, every decision that has to go on in this country is taken to Parliament.
Yes.
But it looks like Ghanaians, you guys don't respect them. Yes. You guys, they're always scared. Oh, the parliamentarians are not bold enough because they're always scared that whatever they do, they are scared of the reactions of Ghanaians.
But they are representatives of the Ghanaians, right?
So they shouldn't be scared like that.
No,
he was talking about how even the Speaker of Parliament doesn't have a motorcade, how most of them don't even have securities and all of that.
These are some of the things that
they are servants. They're servants, but they are not servants, sir.
Listen, these are ultimately it's not Parliament. Okay. The point is that members of Parliament are given the mandate by the people. When they come to the people, what do they tell them? Give us your vote. Let's go and serve you. What does a servant do? If you don't want to be a servant, then don't go to Parliament.
They are not saying they don't want to be servants.
So
like you guys take them for granted.
No, you see the point.
They are making decisions for you. At that moment, when the decision comes, they feel like, oh, this is good for us. They said World Bank.
Most of the time, when they are making these decisions, do they consult their people?
So they feel they are not supposed to consult you because they are the brains for the individual constituencies.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's the reason why we have representatives. If I'm representing YFM, I don't have to come and sit all of you down. In that moment, I have a right to think for you as YFM.
Do you know why there are town hall meetings and all that? Do you know why there are town hall meetings and there are all those meetings?
It's important.
Let me tell you something. The fact that you represent your people means you represent your people's interests.
Yes.
Right? Now, there's been this conversation about majority not being, majority carries the vote. Majority then, and I've said several times that at times the decision of the majority might not be the best decision, but it does happen as we find it in democracy. Once you choose or you allow yourself to be selected as a member of Parliament, you are representing your people and you should always look out for the interest of your people. So when you come out with something and your people are not happy with it, they have every right to call you out. We were here when they wanted to introduce this bill in Parliament about parliamentarians, other people in the society being able to use our roads with sirens, motorcades, without speed limits and all that. Ghanaians rose up and spoke against it. Now the minister went to Parliament and actually said they've withdrawn it. Now, when Ghanaians went to sleep, they've reintroduced in Parliament.
I get to say I told you so, right? Because when that conversation popped up, I told you this won't work.
Do you get it? They found a way to reintroduce it in Parliament, and that is why Kennedy Agyapong is saying that I didn't know more Musro Ghana for. Didn't know I was so Musro Ghana for because I'm okay and Ghana for the but they being parliamentary, they need to enjoy certain rights.
They need it.
Of all the rights they enjoy. You see, my concern is that it's not a need.
Because he said,
how is overspeeding and needing a motorcade a need?
They feel it's a need.
How is that a need?
Because sometimes there is an emergency
or something.
So
they would attend to their needs and not attend to the needs of the citizens they represent.
So NY,
yes,
they are not saying that you guys shouldn't react to, but sometimes it's bullying.
How is that bullying?
Because see, if we are having a conversation, it's not every single time.
If you made our roads right, and then there was enough access routes for us to use, there wouldn't be traffic for you to fall in it. How about that person who is going for a job interview? That person who is going to work.
That wakes up at dawn.
And still stays in traffic. You know definitely that you have to be in Parliament to do parliamentary work at a certain time. You stay at home and you abuse it because you now have the power to use a motorcade and a siren. You know what the problem is? The problem is not they having access to use these things. It's about their abuse. And I know they're definitely going to abuse it.
I mean, even before this bill was taken back to Parliament, we've been seeing them that they are still using it.
Exactly. And you know what the issue is? You see, parliamentarians enjoy so many rights. Do you know that when a parliamentarian is on his way to Parliament or coming from Parliament or whatever, a police officer cannot serve him? I mean, they enjoy all these rights and all that. Now you want to enjoy free without speed limits, you want to enjoy motorcades and all that.
Anyway,
please.
We are just saying, say, okay, we are serving you. So sometimes, no, you guys trust that we have, we can make right decisions for you. So we've got to make right decisions for you.
And the right
we have to be bold to stand by it, no matter the reactions from Ghanaians, and that's what we are doing.
See,
thank you.
We are not practicing anarchy.
I rest my case.
And we have tyrant leaders, but you see, we are not practicing that situation.
They are not saying that they are changing what they said is right, but maybe in the heat of the moment, they felt it was the right decision. So Ghanaians should actually understand.
And do you know that one wrong decision could affect this entire country?
Oh yeah,
everybody.
Yeah. So parliamentarians should be bold, and stand strong. God bless our nation, Ghana.
God bless our homeland, Ghana, and make our nation great and strong, bold to defend forever the cause of freedom and of right. Fill our hearts with true humility. Make us cherish fearless honesty. See, we've thrown these lyrics away.
You didn't say,
we've thrown them away.
We have. Unfortunately.
Eben says, it's blessing aware that if convoy hits your vehicle, nothing is done. Oh yeah, boy, be cry like, you found who cry. Convoy.
Oh, I've actually witnessed, was it a military man abusing a driver because he couldn't move out of the way early for them to go, and people were just standing. Nobody could do anything about it. Well, that's the country we live in. I wasn't saying it to defend them. I mean, I was just saying it on the parts that they have to be bold. Because Kennedy says they should be bold.
You see, when you go to Continental Unity Hall, back then when it was,
we go chop.
Yeah, bye. When you go to Unity Hall, back then when it was just boys, when you're about to raise morale, you say hold your balls, meaning that you are confident enough to do what you want to do and what you're about to do.
Okay.
If they are parliamentarians and they want to do what they want to do, They should
That's
vote
why
down
he's
vote
telling his fellow
and do what
parliamentarians
they
to
do.
be bold.
You-
Me, asem na me denam.
Bye-bye. Opoku Kwapena says, hey, my girl. Smile Rain says, first time seeing Blessing hair, beauty penny, wow. Adam Doji says, I'm feeling the conversation, keep it up. Wonder G says, they are serving us, and that's period.
That's a period.
Gen Z for. Patrick Sean says, I'm crashing on the beautiful lady. You indeed blessing